guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to another video. So this is the video that I told you guys we were going to talk about the Kieth Lee situation, or should I say the Dallas, Texas situation, because it really had nothing to do with Kieth, other than the fact that he did his thing as he always does, showed up to a non-suspecting business, tried out the food. And after trying the food out, the Kieth Lee effect happened, which is a lot of people saw it online. A lot of people, um, you know, started showing up to show their support. But everything else that happened had absolutely nothing to do with him. And so we're going to talk about it. I have several video clips in reference to the situation, most of which occurred on TikTok. And with that, we are going to first of all look at his video of him going there, him rating the food. He told people to come and check it out. And, afterwards, because of the type of woman apparently that this was, and a lot of greed, a beautiful situation really turned out very ugly, not only for her business, but for another business as well. So let's go ahead and jump right into this. First of all, I want to say thank you guys for taking the time to come over, check out my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you have been here before, welcome back. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys. Be sure if you have not hit that subscribe button that you go ahead and do so. And also turn on that post notification bell so that when I upload or when I go live, you will definitely be able to know it. Also, I want to mention my online women's plus size clothing store, Kush Online. We specialize in sizes large and up. Using the Kush Reaction discount code, you can save 10%. And I hope you guys take a moment to go check it out. Also, refer it to your plus size friends and family. Now let's jump on into this. So the first video that I'm going to play here is going to be his actual review. Let me see. Actually, no. The first one I'm going to play is the one that I already have queued up. This is a picture with Kieth, his wife, Sherelle Hodge, which you guys may remember from the Ashley Grayson story. And then Mrs. Kimberly, she's the lady who owns the business that Kieth visited. So I'm going to go ahead and play this since I have it up here.
Mom is charged text. That's cool. Thank you so much. I just don't know what to do right now.
Now that's Miss Kim in the background. I just don't know what to do right now. She's so excited, apparently, about Kieth showing up. And, I'm sure Sherelle, who is actually, that's her hand that you see. She's the one who is actually, she was working the register. She was helping. It was her live that Kieth showed up on and said that he was coming. Now, Sherelle is a friend of Miss Kimberly's son. So, his name is Arrogant Trey. Basically copying off of Arrogant Tay. But she's friends with him. He gained his popularity from being friends with her because, as you all know, she's had 3 to 4 TikTok pages with well over 1 million followers collectively. I guess she lost the others. I'm not sure. But the current page she has, it has about 100,000 followers. I think he has about around the same or more. But he was also, when everything was going on with Peach McIntyre online and the drama with her sister, he was one of the people that was doing videos about Peach. The internet is big but small nonetheless. But anyway, here we go.
Oh my God. All right, see the receipt.
Oh Lord, I just realized it's music.
Oh my Lord, thank you so much. Oh my God, it's so.
Okay, I turned the volume off because there's music on here. I do apologize, but I don't want to get copywritten, which at this point I just made because it played for a period of time. But let's hope not. So after the transaction happened and whatnot, this is what this is right here. This man not only, spent time out there doing his little thing, but he also prayed with her. That's his wife there in the background. That's Sherelle with the glasses on. Now, I don't see her son in this image. Let's see. Maybe that's okay. That's Trey right there with the long ponytail. That was him taking the picture. That's Miss Kimberly's son, and he's the young man who I was saying that was speaking out about the other young lady. Now, here's the thing: you see the shirt that Sherelle has on, the white shirt that says "sweetly." I think it says "sweetly seasoned." Um, Sherelle actually made those shirts for this particular day. She made the shirts. They knew that Kieth was coming to town. They were excited. They were going to try to get him out there. They really weren't sure if he was going to come or not, but they definitely, made a valiant effort at trying to get him out there. So they made shirts. Trey asked her to do shirts because she has a t-shirt um, machine where she, I guess, has a t-shirt business. So she designed them, she laid them out, she printed them and everything. This is what she did to help her friend Trey and his mom. So the next video I'm going to show is the video of Kieth doing his review. Let me turn the volume back on.
Let's talk about them. 3 days ago, me and my family went to Sweetly Seasoned Food Truck. Number one, nobody had any idea we was coming. They found out we was in Dallas like everybody else found out we was in Dallas because we was posting videos in Dallas. So in hopes of us coming, they had t-shirts made and they was on live all day. So
okay, correction. This video right here is him talking about the incident. So let me backtrack for a moment. What I would like to do is play the video of him because I think I have the video of him actually reviewing the food, and I would prefer to play that first. Just because, to be honest with you, I haven't even seen that video. Let's see if I got it. Maybe I don't. So I'm just going to go ahead and play what I have. So this is Kieth, like I said, talking about the situation. Let me go ahead and let you guys know. Kieth went out. He showed up. You know what? I do have it. It's right here. I'm sorry. This is Kieth's review, stitched from his son.
Come to visit my mom's food truck to hopefully turn it around. She is an award-winning pastry chef, and she is a culinary chef. She has 2 degrees. We are just from Milwaukee, and here in Dallas, it's kind of hard with the marketing because we don't know our way even around yet.
well, we here. I got it. Let's try it and rate it 1 to 10. He spent $80.11. We are in North Dallas, Texas. We in a hood. I'm not gonna say it no other way. We in a hood. They outside cutting hair, doing braids, waiting on us. They both on live at the same time, him and his sister, but they outside ready, so we had to be double O this whole time. I'm talking about 007 agents. It's a party out here. The customer service, my family said, was pretty good, and it was on live the whole time, so we can kind of see it. Only thing is, the only person cooking is the mama, so if you do come, please be patient. It's only one person there cooking, but it's a lot of people, so she got the option to have a lot of hands. I'm gonna show you everything I got, and we're gonna try it and rate it 1 to 10. A pulled pork sandwich, fried ribs with french fries, jerk chicken tacos with beans and rice, and 2 orders of banana pudding. Is this $80 worth of food? In my opinion, no.
But considering the fact that it's been slow and she has an overhead, the fact that this is a food truck and everything is made to order, I understand.
We sit in the car. This weather is bipolar. It was freezing cold when we got here. It's hot right now. Can't be nothing less than 80-something degrees. We're gonna start with the pulled pork sandwich. It's loaded. Only thing when you load a sandwich as much as the bottom bun does get soggy. This bottom bun already soggy. My hands greasy. It's just really good seasoned pulled pork with pickles and barbecue sauce. I wish the bun was a little more high quality. You can tell these just regular buns. Like a sweet bun on this will take this over the top. But as it is, I'm not mad at that. It's nothing crazy. 7.8 out of 10. That's pretty high for a sandwich to come out. It's real fresh. These are deep fried ribs. And when they say deep fried, boy, I can see, but they also put sauce on it. But you can see past the sauce. This is chicken fried. You can see it better on this one. That's a chicken fried rib. I gotta wipe some of the sauce off. The sauce is good, but I don't think it's a homemade sauce. But this rib itself don't even need the sauce, to be honest with you. I don't know where she got these ribs from. Look how much meat is on that rib. In my opinion, I would take a lot of the sauce off because it don't need it. The rib by itself is very flavorful. It's crispy. It's meaty. The ribs with the sauce as is, I'm gonna go with 7 out of 10. But I feel like if she take this sauce off, this can be an 8.5.
Or even put the sauce on the side. Where you
put the sauce on, for sure, put the sauce on the side. It's too seasoned. It don't need no rib. It don't need no sauce. All that crust, man, you better let that crust speak for itself. You can make a beautiful crust like that and then cover it with sauce. Just how it looks. I feel like this is about to be the highlight. These are jerk tacos. There's some jalapenos, there's some pico de gallo, look like some onions, cheese.
I saw it in the bite. I did.
That salsa might be homemade. That sauce is good. It's just a chicken taco. It's a great chicken taco though. It's seasoned. That sauce is spicy. 8.7 out of 10. Rice by my hand. Just rice. Them beans.
What you give it?
8.7.
I'm going 9.
Last but not least, the banana pudding. Now I'm very picky on sweets. I've said it. I've always said it. Again, take my opinion on sweets with a grain of salt. It's cool. It's not the greatest banana pudding I've ever had, but it's better than most banana puddings I've had before.
Not too sweet.
Take it back. It is a little sweet. I wouldn't eat this whole thing, but for me, as somebody who's not really a sweets person, I give that solid 7.3 out of 10.
But I like sweet. I go 8.6.
One of the main things I will say, in my opinion, the marketing does need a lot of help. There's no menu on the brother's page, on the sister's page, or the mom's page. I feel like a menu with prices should definitely be top priority. That and a website change, in my opinion. I appreciate the invite. And mama, you might need some more hands back there. No promises. It might get a little crazy.
Before we left, we went in and had a conversation with the mom, and we thanked everybody for having us. Me and the mama prayed together, and we left a $4,000 tip behind. God, it's amazing.
I appreciate y'all for having us. I see y'all giving out haircuts and doing braids. So we want to leave $1,000 to the barber so we can cut everybody hair for free. We want to leave you $1,000 because we fix the hair. We want to leave you $2,000. Yeah, I appreciate it. So say you started my barber for $4,000 and y'all give me however y'all feel. I appreciate it. Absolutely.
And after this, I pray and I hope you reach your target audience. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Y'all be safe.
Okay, so that is his video that he posted, and you know how it is. They said almost within minutes of him posting his video, people started showing up. I mean, within minutes. Now, the young lady with the white shirt on was Cheryl Hodge. She was the young lady who had the entanglement, I guess you could say, with Joe T of TikTok, the guy who wrote the books and all of that stuff. Also, she had the situation, the FBI situation with Ashley Grayson. I guess that's still ongoing. But she's friends with the little boy. I think it's either arrogant Trey or ignorant Trey, but she's friends with him. And so how Kieth Lee found out about them is she was on live on TikTok and he came into the live and said that he was going to come. So she gave him the address and everything, and he did show up. And you know how he does. At first he sends family up there to get the food, and then they do their thing, and after they do their post, he goes back around and talks to the family and let them know, that he was there. Now I don't know when they ordered the food if they knew at that time that he was there, but like you said, he left that lady a $4,000 tip. Now he left explicit instructions. 2,000 was for her, 1,000 was for Sherelle, 1,000 was for the boy cutting hair, and then he left 800 and some odd dollars for everybody who's out there at that time to eat for free. Now, what ended up happening, he said, was several people start showing up very quickly because it usually happens when he makes his post. People come to check out the food. He did, as you saw in his video, say that the young lady's the only cook, so be patient. And the reason that Trey asked Sherelle to come out there was because they didn't have any help. It is just his mom. So that's why she showed up. Secondly, the brother came and he put his flyers up so he could cut hair. So that's how that happened. Now I'm going to go and play this next video. Now I already played the one about who showed up. I played the one of Kieth Lee. Now I'm going to play this one right here. Let me pop it up on the screen for y'all. This is somebody talking about the situation. What ended up happening was after the first day, the lady decided not to designate, or should I say distribute the money the way that Kieth Lee asked her to do. So Sherelle was like, look, you can keep the money for me. She told her that even before the drama started. I just want my brother to get the money. I guess Sherelle knew, about the struggle or whatever with her business. So she was like, look, I just want my brother to get his money. So within the day, which is interesting, she probably had already started seeing the effects of what was going on down there. But with that day even starting, I'm sure she had already had a pickup of business, but she even at that conjuncture had already decided she wasn't going to give the money out. Now she should have already been making money from the post, from the Kieth Lee post. But even with that, seeing that she could easily make her money back, she made the decision she was not going to give Sherelle's brother the money. Now Sherelle had already said she didn't want hers, but at least give her brother the money. And the lady decided not to. So here is a post in reference to the situation.
From Kieth Lee when he came and blessed her at her food truck has now shut down her business. This picture went viral earlier today of somebody taking a screenshot of the sweetly seasoned food truck, and it says that it is permanently closed. Now when I go searching for it online, I can't even find it to pop up on Google and say that it's permanently closed. This is the only place that pops up, and this is not the one from Kieth Lee's video. And for those of you that don't remember, Kieth Lee went to this woman's food truck just a few days ago in Dallas, where he gave her a $2,000 tip and then $1,000 for a man cutting hair and $1,000 for a woman doing braids right outside her food truck. Well, when Kieth Lee went to give her the money, she didn't want to deal with cash, so he just gave her the $4,000 on his card to her Square machine, and she said that she would pay those people later on.
Okay, so that's a little misconstrued. He never takes cash. Who would walk around with that type of cash? Especially people knowing him and what he's about. He always pays through his card, not to mention that's proof for him to be able to write it off. And it, I'm sure, allows them to keep track of their expenses and spending. So with that being the case, it wasn't that she didn't want to deal with cash. It was that he handles business using his card always.
Not to mention, Kieth Lee gave her $800 to give out free meals, and she only gave out 3 before charging people again. Well, afterwards, people found out that she did not actually give out the $1,000 to the barber or the $1,000 to the woman braiding hair. She pocketed the whole $4,000. And now pages like Dallas Eats, which has almost 70,000 followers on Twitter and always gives recommendations of where to eat in Dallas, is calling for people to boycott that food truck. And now today, it looks like the food truck's been shut down altogether. So you guys let me know in the comments, does the food truck deserve to be shut down, or should she be staying open?
Now, that is an interesting question. What do you guys think? Do you think that she should shut down? Do you think that she should try to wave herself through this? I think that she is a piss poor human being for not giving that money over. Now, don't get me wrong. If she was already struggling, it probably was going to be difficult for her to give the money over. But you went from having almost maybe making $500 in a day to having somebody not only spend $80 with you, but then give you a $2,000 tip, gave you a recommendation to 15 million people. And not only do local people patronize, when they travel and take recommendations from him. And that video will be on his page from now on. Now, let me put the next video up. The next video is the mother talking about the situation. She was trying to speak up for herself because people are calling her scammers. Now, let me say something too. If you notice, when the guy was talking about the situation, and saying that when he put in Sweetly Season doesn't come up. Because her business is no longer there, Google suggests another business called Sweet Street. That's the closest thing in that area that comes up. So they have been receiving backlash because of this situation. Now, the reason the situation got out there is when they decided not to give Cheryl's brother his money. She got with Trey and was like, look, Trey, I don't care about the money for me, but please take care of my brother. He left the money. He gave explicit instructions on what to do with the money. We all heard him, do right by my brother. The mother says, I'm going to give my son $1,000 and y'all get it how you live, basically. So one of the $1,000 that should have been given to the brother, she gave it to her son, who, yeah, he may have advocated for his mother, but he didn't do anything no more than any of these other people. Quite frankly, I believe that if she wouldn't have been on live and Kieth wouldn't have seen her live, the whole situation may never have come to fruition. Now that's how I feel about it. So we're going to go to the next video, and we're going to we're going to listen to the next video. 1 second, y'all. I'm having a little technical difficulties here. I don't know what's going on with my computer.
for more people to come in. Okay, you guys. First of all, I want to say I'm not a scammer. And I'm not a thief. I am just a person who's trying to make it every day. I want to give a shout out to my son for marketing me. I don't know how many of you guys follow him, but because of him, that is the reason why Kieth Lee came to visit me.
Actually, it was because of him and Sherelle. Let's keep it real. It was her live that Kieth Lee came to. And your son was on her live. Your son does have a following. And a lot of his following came from his friendship with her, who has had millions of followers and millions of likes on TikTok. So let's keep it 100.
Now, when I arrived that day, the only reason why Sherelle was there, and I don't know her that well. The only reason why she was there is because my son asked her to be there, I guess. I don't know. And then she said that she wanted to meet Kieth Lee, so she just wanted to be there. So it wasn't that she was working for me. She really just wanted to be there.
Actually, her son asked Sherelle, to come and assist because there were no employees. So he was going to be helping his mom. She was going to be on the cash register, which she was. The brother came and asked if he could put his flyers out and cut hair if he got any takers, which he ended up cutting this young lady's 2 children's heads as well as Trey's head. And then obviously he may have gotten more business, as people came on the scene there. But that is the truth. So if she's going to tell a story, she needs to tell it the way it really happened.
For Kieth Lee. But I want to give a shout out to her anyway, because her and my... Is it frozen? Okay, they went on Facebook Live, Instagram, I don't know what platform it was, and they were marketing me, trying to get him out there to see me. So I still want to thank her for doing that. And yes, she do deserve to be compensated for that, but she will not even talk to me.
Well, if you treated my family the way you did her family, of course we can understand. If you would have just done what Kieth Lee asked you to do, God would have brought that money right back to you.
About that, now getting to the nitty gritty. So we all out there, and my son called this guy. I guess that's her brother. I didn't know him, never seen him, to come cut his hair. And he came out there to cut his hair. He plugged his thing into my generator, and he cut his hair. I'm in a food truck. I'm going crazy because I know he's coming. And I'm trying to get... So I'm not fully aware of what's going on outside, y'all.
Really
so, next thing I know, I see a girl running and Sherelle running, they hug, and I'm like, who is that? Come find out she was supposed to have been braiding no girl hair.
Okay, well, if you don't know what's going on outside, how you know that even happened?
But she told her to come out there because she didn't want to miss Kieth Lee.
So I told her to come out there because your son asked her to come and help you guys, and she was doing that. Also, she was going to braid the girl's hair. When she wasn't busy with you all, she was going to be doing the girl's hair. Now, just because you don't know has nothing to do with the story, because the bottom line is Kieth Lee gave you $1,000 for the braider and $1,000 for the person doing hair. If you would have honored the blessing that you got, God would have poured an overflow on you like nobody's business, like he has done so many other businesses that Kieth Lee has visited.
So when Kieth Lee did arrive, it looked as if they were with me. And it looked as if they was doing free, like Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, with so many hate calls all night long, threatening me. Now I know some of you guys is not gonna be on my side because y'all phone is going crazy. It's been like that. I'm trying to get this out. I know you, and for her to even think, because she called somebody out there just to braid her hair, that she deserved $1,000 and try to make it seem like. Now I could see if when Kieth Lee said, give that barber $1,000 for free haircuts, he should have said, anybody, come on, who want their haircut for free?
He shouldn't have said nothing but what he said, because that was his money that he gave you for a purpose. And we all know that when God bless us with something and we do not honor what he asks us to do, it ain't pretty. And that's what you are receiving. The instant negative gratification of you not doing it. Kieth Lee told you, and you just admitted that Kieth Lee told you to give the young man $1,000.
Free. Come on. Then he would have deserved it. Then that would have made him with me. Because
actually, that wouldn't have made him nothing. Kieth Lee gave you $1,000 to give to that young man, and it's nothing that you can say that can refute the fact that you just admitted that.
Now you're helping me. You're shining on me. This man was not with me. He was only solely there because my son called him to cut my hair. Now, I would love to do the right thing. And I feel like I did do the right thing. Now, for her, and then I told her, on top of that, I didn't even have the money. He paid with a credit card. The money just hit the bank account today.
Okay, Kieth Lee paid with a credit card. She knows that because she's the one who charged the card. We all saw her hand. We all saw her giving him the machine for him to sign and do what he does. You are trying to backpedal as much as you can, and you talking about, I would love to do the right thing. You should have done the right thing in the first place. You have made Black businesses look bad yet again. So many people do. But you have created yet another example of why it is hard for Black businesses to get ahead.
I'm going to give my son what he deserves.
And why does your son deserve anything? He didn't cut hair. He didn't braid hair. He wasn't on the cash register. And her live is what really brought Kieth. We saw Sherelle on live. We saw her being excited about Kieth Lee being in her live. We also saw her telling him the address of where to come along with your son. Your son was on her live. So she deserves, I would even see if you would have just been like, well, look, I'll give her 5 and you 5, which really you shouldn't do nothing but what Kieth told you, because Kieth gave you $2,000 and another $800 to your business to feed people, which you didn't do that either.
And I would give her some, because she did market me that morning, but that's all she did.
Wasn't that enough? Because had it not been for that, Kieth wouldn't have come.
And I don't even know who he is. The barber, that's my son's head. He wasn't with me. Kieth Lee, I heard he thought that they were my kids. They're not my kids.
He did think that the girl, because he was saying the brother and the sister. But what does that matter? The more this woman opens her mouth, the more awful she looks and the more awful she sounds. You are an awful woman, lady. Greed should not be that bad. I know it probably would be hard if you're broke to give up $4,000, because that doesn't come by every day. But what about all them customers he brought? Before he left, he said 50 people had showed up. They was coming in droves, is what his words were. So that wasn't enough for you? And all you had to do was turn those customers into repeat customers. That wasn't enough for you?
Those were my son friends. But this ain't even about money, y'all. This is about the principle.
Okay, what is the principle then? This is about money. That's all it's about, is the money. that you should have given to who Keith designated it to and received the blessing that you had coming from doing the right thing.
How dare you come and make it seem like this was something that it wasn't? You were supposed to be out there to support Sweetly Seasoned.
She was supporting Sweetly Seasoned. Everybody out there was supporting your business. And that's what it was. You are the one who is making it to be what it wasn't. Everyone there was a part of your business making a positive thing happen for that day. No, they weren't your employees, but it didn't matter.
A struggling business. And then you turn around and make it seem like it was something that it wasn't. I dare you. I dare you. And yeah, for everybody, I'm getting emotional because y'all have no idea how much work and effort.
Let's be honest. First of all, is how dare you? Secondly, she getting emotional because she know she messed up and she know she can't pay her bills and she just wanted to keep all the money, period, point blank, end of story. And she just wants y'all to be okay with her doing that. I mean, that's just really the truth. And that's just what it is. And then she goes so far as to say, if Kieth Lee says for me to do such and such, I'll do such and such. Why would you want that man to even know you was that much of an awful person that he would even have to come back and circle back into this madness? Like, that's crazy. Why don't you just tell the girl, look, I am so broke, I can't even afford to give your brother the $1,000. How about I give him $5 and not keep $5? I mean, at least that would have been doing something. That would have been helping him some. It still was wrong, but maybe Sherelle would not have went live because, baby, you is garbage in these streets now because of your actions in this manner. Now, here's the video Keith did after he found out what was going on.
To be honest, there's not much to talk about, but there are a few conflated and confused things that's going around about the situation. So let's talk about them. 3 days ago, me and my family went to Sweetly Seasoned food truck. Number one, nobody had any idea we was coming. They found out we was in Dallas like everybody else found out we was in Dallas because we was posting videos in Dallas. So in hopes of us coming, they had t-shirts made and they was on live all day. So me and my family wasn't in cahoots with none of this. We was all under the impression that they were a team and this was a normal routine for them. The barber being there, the braider being there, family being there, a lot of people being there. This is our first time here. We are customers. We have no idea what's going on behind the scenes. Number two, I was never under the impression that haircuts was free. Again, my family was watching the lives. We knew that he was cutting hair for $40. So when we walked up and I said I want to get his $1,000 to the barber to do free haircuts and $1,000 to the braider to braid hair, it was because in the original video, the son said it was slow due to marketing. That's marketing. God willingly, after we post the video, there will be a line out the door. If there's a line out the door and there's a barber and a braider doing hair while people are waiting, that's marketing. So again, it's in the hood. You play some music, you cutting hair, you braiding hair, y'all all sitting out, y'all having fun. It's a parking lot barbecue. So again, we don't know the behind the scenes if they knew each other, if they didn't know each other. And the reason why I didn't pay everybody individually, the interaction that you see looked longer than what it was. It was really only like a 5-minute interaction. Within that 5 minutes, 30 to 40 people pulled up. They was pulling up in droves. That parking lot was getting deep fast. And for me and my family safety in general, I don't never carry cash around. And 9 times out of 10, if we tip, we always do it through the POS system. And even if we wanted to do it a different way, Zelle and Apple Pay wasn't an option because it was 4 or 5 people at the same time on live. So for safety reasons, they wouldn't be able to say their phone numbers or their personal information out loud. And as far as them taking my phone and putting their number in on Zelle themselves, I wouldn't hand my personal phone to nobody. So the POS system was the option that made the most sense. I've learned through this journey that sometimes it's deeper than the food, it's deeper than the marketing, it's deeper than the customer service. And this is one of those cases in my opinion. Sweetly Seasoned got a lot to figure out, and I thank God in advance that they do figure it out. The last thing I'm gonna touch on is the son is misconstruing something that I said, and I don't appreciate it. After I said out loud in detail what we deemed the money to be used towards, I also said y'all can divvy it out how y'all feel necessary. Meaning, after the money hits, because it's a POS system, it don't hit the same day. Y'all can send it out through Apple Pay, through Zelle, through CashApp, through check, through cash. However, y'all feel necessary to spread it amongst the team. I thought and I still think that that's a very clear statement. But it's being misconstrued, in my opinion, intentionally misconstrued, that I said and the mom and the son can say who get the money and who don't get the money.
So Kieth Lee did tell her to distribute the money how she felt necessary.
I never said that. Regardless of what's going on behind the scenes, I felt on my heart to do what we did. So for the mom to go on the back end and disregard where my heart was at and what I felt like God was telling me to do in that moment and distribute the money how she felt necessary is 100% wrong in my opinion. I see the memes and I see the jokes, but I am not in the business of shutting businesses down. Her actions did not sit right with y'all and her customer base. That resulted in the situation that she in today. We just ate the food and left a tip, praying in advance that everybody in the situation stays safe. That's my biggest concern. Thank you. I appreciate it.
And that was that. Like he said, he just wants everybody to stay safe. And he was very clear at what he wanted. And the son is not that stupid. You just shady like your mama. And I hope that, you guys, I don't know. I don't wish nobody go out of business, but it was awful. This whole situation was awful, guys. And I hate that she had to put us out there as the urban community in such a way that she had to be despicable like that. Guys, tell me what you guys think about the entire situation. Let's talk about it in the comments as we always do. There was a lot of moving parts here, but I hope that I was able to articulate openly, and I hope that you guys get it. And I hate that that lady did what she did. And that's really all I got to say. Whether her business is open or closed or whatever, I don't even have any comment on that. But I would like to say I just feel awful that she did those people like that. Everybody needs their money. Everybody. And me as a business, I would have been so I would have felt so blessed that somebody bestowed that on me. I would have made sure to do what I needed to do. Even though it may have been hard because you already couldn't pay your bills. But he was a little bit closer to the goal. And then it's like, dang, I got this 1,000 in my hand that I gotta hand over. But you gotta hand it over. Because it was what he asked you to do. The person who gave it to you. You didn't work for that money. I don't know, guys. Anyway, tell me what you think. We'll talk about it in the comments. See y'all in the next one. Bye.